What is going on, YouTube? You know, one of the coolest things about sports memorabilia collecting is that no two collections are the same. Everybody collects a little something different. Now, anybody who knows me and has watched my channel knows that I love the oddball stuff. I love the items that you're really never gonna see in another collection. So I decided today that I was gonna show you guys what I consider the top 5 oddball pieces in my sports memorabilia collection. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Number 5 is this W.B. Jarvis & Co. tennis racket endorsed by Ty Cobb. You know, back in the 19-teens, Ty Cobb teamed up with W.B. Jarvis to put out, sports products. You know, there were baseball bats, there were boxing gloves, there were punching bags, and then there were things like tennis rackets. This is something you definitely don't see very often. It's definitely in rough shape, but considering the age, you know, you got to expect that. But it's just so cool to have a label with Ty Cobb's name on it from when Ty Cobb was playing with the Detroit Tigers. And this is something that just really looks great hanging up on the wall. Number 4 is my Casey Stengel Hilton Hotel preferential card. How cool is this? You know, you can find a Casey Stengel autograph anywhere, but how often do you see something like this? You know, this was something that he personally owned, probably was in his wallet for years. It's got his name, his address, and look at that, expires 1979. I remember when I saw this, I jumped on this immediately because I said to myself, I will never see another one of these again. So this is something that I just love. Number 3 is this Joe DiMaggio child's beanie cap from the 1940s. This is something that I have never ever seen before, and you know what? I've looked to see if these are out there anywhere else, and I have never seen one. I actually bought this from an antique mall some years ago, and I got a little story to go along with that. So the gentleman who had the display case where I purchased this from, he mainly deals in sports memorabilia, and he has display cases in a few different antique malls on Long Island where I live. So, I had a little bit of a relationship with him because I had purchased things from him before. So I had seen this, I talked him down a little bit, and I took this home because I had to have it. I ended up seeing him a few months later at a different antique mall, and he said to me, you know, I really had some seller's remorse after I sold that to you, because he said, you know, I've been doing this over 30 years and I have never seen one of those before or since. And it made me feel even better about picking this up for the price I did, because it's true. You know, this, how many of these could have survived? I mean, look at the shape this is. This thing is crumbling. But it's just something really cool. It's something you don't see every day. Number 2 is a pipe. It was owned by the great Hall of Fame pitcher, Cy Young. And this is a piece that I have had in my collection for many years, and this is definitely a conversation starter, because this is something you definitely don't see every day. You know, Cy Young was very famous for, especially in his older years, always smoking a pipe. But this has a pretty cool story behind how this was found. As you could see in this letter, that this pipe came from the estate of Gene Autry. His office was closed and the artifacts in the office put into auction in 2011. This pipe comes with an original affidavit signed by Ralph H. Romig and John L. Mastrell. And it comes with the affidavit. Now, affidavits, back in that was kind of like the COA of back in the day. If somebody of importance, if someone famous was to donate or give something, a lot of times an affidavit would be printed up that was the proof that this came from this person. And this is just cool. I mean, this was printed on like an old oil tag. You know, I guess it's the closest thing they had nearby or something, but you even look at these signatures, how old they are. It was given in 1953 for the 150th anniversary of the state of Ohio. It's just a really cool piece. It looks beautiful hanging on the wall, and just something you do not see every day. And what I consider to be the #1 oddball piece of my collection is a wristwatch that was personally owned and worn by the great Ted Williams. I love this piece. You know, I had bought this some years back. At the time, the battery was dead, so I had to actually find a replacement battery. Now, apparently they didn't make batteries for this watch anymore, but the guy behind the counter was actually able to find a battery that fit and worked. So instead of putting this in a display case, I actually wear it. Because you know what? How cool is it to walk around saying you're wearing Ted Williams watch? Now this came with the letter of provenance, signed by Claudia Williams. And not only did it come with the letter of provenance from Hunt Auctions, it actually came with a photograph. You know, this photograph is also from Ted Williams' estate of him wearing the watch. Now, I'm gonna get it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get the best zoom on it. But if you look, you know, at the watch on his wrist, and you look at this, it's definitely the same watch. I mean, really, how cool is it as a sports memorabilia collector to have a watch that Ted Williams, one of the greatest hitters of all time, used to wrap around his wrist, and now I wrap it around my wrist. I just love it. Well, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed seeing the top 5 oddball pieces of my collection. I enjoyed showing them to you, and as always, I will see you guys next time.